So, Sniperwolf might have finally packed her bags and moved on from YouTube. Welcome to Murray's where we just traverse the wonderfully weird world of the web and we bring the information to you the way we do on Murray's. Now, Sniperwolf has come under a lot of fire as of late. She's been involved in a doxing situation with Jack's Films, which we've covered extensively on this channel. She's also been involved in a lawsuit with her ex-husband, Evan Young, also known as Sausage. She's also been accused of faking her gameplays, faking her reaction videos, low-effort content, and subsequently, she's even faced demonetization from YouTube, or temporary demonetization from YouTube, because of her actions towards fellow YouTuber Jack's Films.
What?
Yeah, she really.
Wow.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
what?
Ew. I didn't really believe it.
No, I
Ew,
just
but
checked.
that's
Oh my
crazy.
How would she know?
Ew, I'm gonna. All right, hold on.
How
I
would she
wanna.
know?
I'm gonna tweet that and say, "Hey, please don't. That's creepy."
Hold on, hold on, stop. What's going on?
Now, what has all this led up to, you might ask? Well, all of these events have clearly had quite the toll on Sniperwolf here, and it's not saying that she does or doesn't deserve it, and that she doesn't deserve any repercussions, but it appears becoming the internet's bad guy for at least 2, 3, 4 months straight has had quite an effect. And throughout all of these issues, which have not only just been within the past few weeks, but the past few years that she's had her tenure on YouTube, all the way going back until 2010, 2011, 2012, you sort of have to notice a pattern of behavior at this point. She's always being called out for certain things. She's always got a way of going about evading drama, evading being accused, evading blame, and it appears that the internet just isn't letting her run away from these problems anymore. Yo, what is up, guys? If you're enjoying this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support that we've been getting recently. Thank you for joining our journey through the web, and thank you for expanding the channel. It really does mean the world. Let's get back into the video, shall we? And now recently, SSSniperwolf has announced her departure from the platform. And some are saying this apology and this announcement of her departure has no more meaning than her last apology, which some accuse her of writing with ChatGPT. At the end of the day, when you look at those old Omegle videos and you kind of look at the way that she was trying to farm clicks on that, you know, asking people who underage to suggestively dance for them, and then SSSniperwolf said that she'd show the kids her, you know, her bazingas, and then not face repercussions for that, but then, you know, face repercussions for sort of posting up outside Jack's Films' house. Some might argue that perhaps her taking this departure should be forever. And the controversy with Jack's Films is actually so incredible in hindsight. The fact that you have this person with such an influence who's already making so much money sort of get to the point where they basically got baited into ruining their whole career. It's kind of insane, and I'm not saying Jack brought it on himself, but it's definitely a lesson in how not to conduct yourself when it comes to online critics. Jack's Films being live whilst all of this was going on, and like showing how freaked out he was by it, really just gives fuel to how intense those kind of moments are in real life. You know, we can always just hear about, someone got doxxed, or someone got swatted, but these kinds of things that, you know, happen as a result of having an online audience that, you know, some people might think are trivial, when it happens to you and it happens to a person, I can only imagine it being the most fear-inducing thing, that like, oh no, suddenly the internet has manifested outside my door and it's got tiki torches. It's crazy, you know? In SSSniperwolf's apology, where she announces her departure, we still get no mention of the damning stuff, in my opinion, which is the Omegle stuff. To be honest, I think, you know, the low-effort content and whatever, like, that's sort of less on the scale. However, completely stealing from creators, by the way, like where she would take TikToks and remove the tags and remove the basically the credit from the posts and go out of her way to do that. That's actually kind of mad. But I can also imagine it might be playing into the YouTube algorithm by trying to get the videos to do better by not having anything to do with TikTok on it. By now, we've had SSSniperwolf violate multiple terms and services on the YouTube platform and not really face like as harsh repercussions. Maybe she's had a temporary demonetization, but you have people that have their whole channels demonetized. Case in point, the Act-Man, who had their whole channel demonetized for seemingly no reason. Or I think it was actually pretending as a joke to dox someone on Twitter. Whereas you have SSSniperwolf pretending, well, actually doxing someone in real life and then getting only temporarily demonetized. It's annoying that this double standard is occurring.
Last night, Sniperwolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. SSniperwolf needs to be deplatformed.
From the audience side, it's kind of like we still haven't seen a genuine apology. You know, one of those apologies where we get someone sitting down in front of the camera and explaining their actions. It's kind of just like we're getting little tidbits of social media posts where it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, oh, I don't care. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry again. Oh, I don't care. And I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing. It's kind of just like, we're maybe not getting what the masses want when they're calling for an apology. But at the end of the day, SSSniperwolf is citing her mental health as the main issue here. And I feel like we all know what it's like when you need to take a break. As someone who's just lived on social media, even like the slightest bit of criticism from either like 2 or 3 people can really get on your nerves, let alone a multitude of people who have called you basically bad guy of the week. I can only imagine what that would do to your mental health, and going through a lawsuit with your ex-husband as well. I'm not saying SSSniperwolf's apology here is invalid because of that. Mainly, I'm just suggesting that perhaps we may see a repetition of her actions in the future, just as we have over the past decade, pretty much. And we can see recently that SSSniperwolf is out having a good time for Halloween, so that's a good thing, you know, just going out partying, just letting everything burn behind you. Why not? 'Tis the season. Please remember that in spite of our differences, different opinions, mistakes, we all struggle to do the best we can, and nobody is unaffected by hate, insecurity, and the pain it causes. Now, as valid as this is, it's just so ironic that she would state this after kind of just taking it to the next level from somewhere where it's like the internet's supposed to be that safe space for everyone just to spout bollocks, and then you know, you just turn up outside someone's door, which, you know, you would have like some OG sort of like people, like maybe like older people, the older generation, be like, that's how we used to handle business back in our day. But with this generation, I guess we are kind of you know, we're not used to real life repercussions. I'm taking a step back, reflecting, learning, turning off the comments for a bit, and focusing on my own mental health that has been on a steep decline in the past year. Here, her turning the comments off, probably a wise decision at the end of the day. Like I've said, she is internet's bad guy of the week. Well, it seems like of the month. So her turning the comments off for the sake of her own mental health is probably a good thing, but, you know, we can't ignore that it might also be because she's trying to snub out any people voicing her opinions on her and presenting what they believe is right on SSSniperwolf's doorstep. Your videos are terrible. If I was in SSSniperwolf's shoes, I'd turn the comments off. Videos have been extremely difficult to film for the past few months, so thank you for being patient with me. You never know what struggles people are going through, and please be kind and try to remember I am human and I have feelings just like you. Maybe the videos are difficulty to record because the lack of one Evan Young sausage, perhaps? Look, I do jest. At the end of the day, that is a true message. We all have feelings, and I do hope that everyone watching this is human. And at the end of the day, I never want this channel to be something where we just sort of manifest hate. So what you're getting here is just genuinely another person's reaction to an event in time. So don't take my words as gospel, make your own opinion up, and let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Okay, so now getting into the update on Celesh's legal situation. We're now going to be reading Evan Young's response to Celesh's counterclaim in all of this. So yeah, let's just get into these legal documents and give it a bit of a glance over, shall we? And now just be aware, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not even aware of what half this legal jargon means, but I will just pick out bits that I understand and expand upon them for you guys with what little knowledge I have. Plaintiffs Evan Young, Channel Red LLC, Channel Red collectively plaintiffs hereby file their response to the motion to dismiss the motion filed by defendant Aaliyah Salesh, defendant or Salesh. This response is supported by the attached memorandum and points and authorities which is incorporated by reference herein. So if you understand that, brilliant. Please let me know in the comments. If you're not aware, Channel Red is basically the conglomerate channel that both Salesh and Young both owned together, and the splits were 50-50, and they basically split the profits earned from the SSSniperwolf channels 50-50. And that was basically the agreement, because Evan Young is responsible for so many things: scripting, editing, tags, titles, thumbnails, all this kind of stuff. Basically the whole back end of Sniperwolf's channel, and Aaliyah Salesh is hence the face in front of it all. Young and Selesh are husband and wife who are in the midst of a divorce proceeding in family court. More than a decade ago, Young and Selesh formed a business venture which they had created content for their YouTube channel known as SSSniperwolf. Both Young and Selesh played an important but distinct roles in the business venture. Young created SSSniperwolf YouTube's channel and the scripts for the content. Selesh was the face of the SSSniperwolf channel who read the scripts while Young filmed her. The videos were posted online to the parties' YouTube channel. The parties formed Channel Red as the entity through which their business venture operated. The business venture was highly lucrative. Unfortunately, their marriage frayed, so did their business relationship. Selesh initially brought suit against Young in different action, claiming that Young had restricted her access to their YouTube channel, but acknowledges that she allowed that action to be dismissed. Plaintiffs therein filed this action against Selesh on August 12, 2023, asserting claims for breach of fiduciary duty, breach of contract, breach of the implied covenant of good faith, and fair dealing. So basically, what I could kind of get from here is that Selesh originally filed a lawsuit against Evan Young, Mr. Sausage, and subsequently, Young, on August 12, 2023, has just fired that right back at SSSniperwolf, just for a laugh, really. Tortious interference with contractual relationships and business expectancies, conversion accounting, and for the appointment of a receiver for Channel Red. On October 10th, 2023, Selesh filed her answer to Young's complaint and asserted counterclaims for breach of fiduciary, I don't know what that word is, fiduciary duty, declaration relief, breach of contract, breach of the implied covenant of good faith, and fair dealing, and dissolution of Channel Red. Selesh now moves to dismiss all the plaintiffs' claims, asserting first that Young's claims are more properly asserted in the family court proceedings. Okay, now that's a lot of words that I didn't really understand, so if you do, again, please comment below. This despite the fact that Selesh had filed counterclaims in this case that essentially mirrors Young's claims. Selesh also moves to dismiss some, but not all, of the plaintiff's individual claims. Young has alleged that Selesh had knowledge of his contractual relationships and business expectancies. As a 50% owner of Channel Red, with Channel Red's vendors, merchants, suppliers, and business partners, Young has also alleged that Selesh intentionally interfered with these contractual relationships and business expectancies, thereby causing damage to Channel Red and to Young as a 50% owner of Channel Red. These allegations are plainly sufficient to meet the breach element of an international interference claim. Moreover, Selesh's argument that her interference did not cause any lost brand deals is a sleight of hand that ignores the fundamental point. By negotiating deals behind Young's back and without his knowledge or input, and then siphoning off the proceeds to bank accounts only she controls, Selesh has diverted the contracts from Channel Red and Young to her own benefit. This is made clear by the preceding allegations of the complaint, which are incorporated by reference into the intentional interference claim. Wow. So yeah, here he's literally just flipping it back on Selesh here, which is actually hilarious because all the things that she was accusing him of, he's literally just like returning back, especially here with whereas he says himself, it's sleight of hand that ignores the fundamental point, and then reaffirms is that she's siphoning off the proceeds to bank accounts which only she controls. Yeah, basically through that and other channels, she's basically making more than what they agreed upon. And now if you agreed upon that contract, he just wants things to return back to business, it seems. Selesh unilaterally conspired with Channel Red's brand manager Kevin Gold to seek and enter into business arrangements and or deals with certain companies, including but not limited to G Fuel, without disclosing the details of said arrangements to Young. Selesh retained all profits from these unilateral brands, including but not limited to those with G Fuel, in separate bank accounts, including but not limited to that certain bank account with First Republic Bank, account blank blank blank, without distributing any portions of the profits to Young through Channel Red or otherwise. Wow. So what Young originally was fearful of with SSSniperwolf essentially ruining brand deals, and then here it says, you know, she went off and got these brand deals without telling Young anyways. She's actually lost her G Fuel brand deal now. They've actually dropped her. So he was right. He was right to be concerned. So yeah, this whole lawsuit is very interesting, and we will be sure to stay updated with it. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below on what you think this all means. In some sort of conclusion on this Sniper Wolf topic, it's kind of just like, at the end of the day, all of this is absolutely magnified by her massive audience, and her status has definitely impacted her mental health, and it's impacted her in the way that she's got half the internet just knocking on her doorstep with tiki torches, calling her evil. She's got people like me making videos about her, and I can only imagine, you know, what that would do to your mental health. And at the end of the day, it's kind of just like, you really mess around with this kind of stuff and you find out, because you shouldn't have done that to Jack's films. You shouldn't go to people's houses when you're angry at them. That should be the lesson in life that we take away from this. Also, don't make questionable videos for clout involving kids. That will also make the internet hate you. And give credit to creators. That's another thing. That will make the... Yeah, so do that. And give credit to the creators. Don't try and purposefully take out tags from TikTok, because that's just going the extra mile. I guess that's what I've got from all of this. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.